I wake up with the sun on my face. No need to run, no need to chase. This world spins fast, but I stay in place. Just as I am, I'm enough today. Dancing through life in my own sweet way. Just as I am, it's my time to shine. One step at a time, this joy is mine. Hey. Ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, 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 just as I am. Ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, 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 just as I am. Ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, 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 just as I am. Oh, just as I am.
Again, we are here. This is the Just As I Am Montreal Shira Choir podcast,
That's amazing.
isn't it? Florence.
Nelson.
No, I was getting there.
Okay.
Nelson,
I'm here.
my brother and sister. Wonderful. The parents of this most amazing human being. And your name is?
Morgan Adamowski.
Can I just call you Morgan?
Yeah.
All right. So, part of this wonderful choir. How long have you been in the choir?
I've been in the choir for
3 or 4?
Since 2020.
since
2020, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
2020.
4 or 5.
5.
years.
Well, we went through a lot of stages here.
Yeah.
Right? Remember we went through COVID?
I
we
remember.
went. You remember COVID?
Yeah.
How can we forget COVID?
Unfortunately.
Right?
Singing intense.
Singing intense, and we had this documentary.
Yes.
That was pretty amazing experience, a CBC documentary. By the way, just a plug, it's on CBC Gem, and you just have to type "Just As I Am" Montreal Shira Choir, and you can see the documentary.
Mhm.
And pretty intense. You know, it's not everybody not every parent that is so involved with their child in any way, shape, or form. I mean, sometimes, they're involved in the sense that they drop them off or they take them to programs and all that kind of stuff. But I think you are more hands-on. If it's not Nelson, if it's you, Florence, if it's not both of you at the same time, but you're always here with Morgan. And I know
We
that
come to see him sing.
you admire him sing, eh? But also I know that it's been I'm just looking at and I'm flabbergasted at as the work that it entails, every step of the way, to be with Morgan, to take care of him, and to be right behind him. That's a lot of work, and at the same time, so gratifying when I see it.
Yeah.
Imagine you actually doing it, right?
Yeah.
So what is besides him being your son, right? I'm getting to you, my brother. Before besides him being your son and the kind of obligation that you feel, what is the impetus to really? Because you could very easily, take him to a program, get out of there, go for a coffee for an hour, or do something. But you're there, you're hands on.
Well, for me, I take great joy
Yeah.
in watching him sing. This started with his bar mitzvah lessons.
Right. Tell me about that, by the way.
yeah,
I don't want to stop you in
yeah.
the middle, but tell me about his bar mitzvah lesson. Bar mitzvah,
So-
like, he's going up to become an adult and in Jewish law and, going up to the Torah and praying and all that. How did it go?
Absolutely. And the thing is that with Morgan, at the time that he was being bar mitzvahed, his eyesight was diminishing.
Right.
So he literally had to read and learn his parsha by heart.
By heart.
And so we also wanted him to have fun and sound good
Right.
when he would be up there entertaining
Right.
the
Right.
invited guests, So he really enjoyed it. He learned it beautifully.
How long did it take him around?
I think just the year.
A year?
We
Okay.
started a year before his bar mitzvah date. It took him the full year, but he was very dedicated, applied himself
Wow.
completely to the lessons and to the singing. And we actually hired a voice coach
Wow.
to help train
Right.
his
For
vocal
him to get
cords.
the
Yeah.
vocal cords and everything.
The
Yeah.
intonation and things like that. So he really enjoyed it. And after his bar mitzvah, we saw how much joy it brought to him. So we said, you know what? Let's continue.
Did he hit it out of the park?
Yes, he did, and but
Yeah.
he did it from. It was a busy day,
Right.
activity of what's going on. We were up on the front of the stage of the
Right.
shul that we were in. The beam is in the center, and there was a stage there, and you can see that he was exhausted in the early morning. And so I'm standing there in front of him. I have my tallis on, and I'm sort of blocking everybody from him. He took a 20-minute nap,
No.
and I woke him about 3 minutes before the parsha started.
And that's why he was fresh.
And he was fresh. He was ready, and he just went through it
Oh
all.
my God! It must have been like not a dry eye.
No,
That's
I think-
Well, I mean, everybody was they don't know what he was doing because most
Right.
people are either reading it or at least getting some
Right.
information visually. He had none of that. He has to do it all from memory. And
unbelievable.
he does it on after many
Yeah.
repetitions. He's able to
Right.
do
Right.
it.
Right. Do you remember your bar mitzvah, Morgan?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Was that a beautiful experience?
Yes, it was.
Well, that's beautiful. Do you remember some of it? It's been a long time.
It's been a
no?
long
Long time.
time.
How
It's
long
been-
has it been?
Well, he's 29, so
So
it's
29 years. That's
16
like
years.
16 years. I don't remember what I did yesterday.
I'm pretty sure if we went and read it again, he would.
He would, eh?
he
What
would.
parsha was it? You don't
It
remember.
was
Come
a
on,
Sunday
man.
parsha.
It
It was a
Bereshit.
Sunday, so
It's
it's
a Sunday.
Rosh Chodesh, right?
Rosh
It was a
Chodesh.
Rosh Chodesh, yes.
Oh, do you read from the like Vaydaber Adonai al Moshe lemor
Mor
tzav
tzav.
et bnei Israel
Yeah, I think. you're-
ve'amarta alehem et korbani lachmi.
Brings back memories.
I don't know, but he smiled. That
Yeah.
means he remembers
He
it.
remembers it, but I think.
What a beautiful milestone.
Yeah.
What a
We were
beautiful
very, very
milestone.
proud,
Yeah.
very
yeah.
proud that day of Morgan and his accomplishments. And yeah. he
So
did a
that was
good
a
job.
stepping stone.
Yes. And so we decided, this was time for him just to continue with the vocal training. Also, because believe it or not, anybody who sings will tell you it's an amazing exercise for
Right.
the lungs.
Right. No, it's great. Yeah, for
It's
the
an
breathing
amazing for
exercises and
breathing.
everything.
So we figured we're getting a double bonus here. He's enjoying it, and we're getting exercise for the
Right.
lungs.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable when I hear about it. This is so
And,
beautiful.
we asked him. We said, "Do you want to continue?" He said, "Yes." And we also, when we found out about your Shira
Right,
choir,
right,
and
right.
we actually saw
Now it's our Shira
Our
choir. now,
Shira
yeah,
choir,
Right,
yeah.
right.
we saw your group for the first time on Sherbrooke at the theater on Sherbrooke.
The CAHD, I think it was on
Yes.
Oscar Peterson Hall.
Yes, Oscar Peterson.
We
Hall, that's
sang with
correct.
Nick Yanofsky.
Yes.
Yanofsky. That was
Nicky
the night
Yanofsky.
was
I think that's
Yanofsky.
when you saw us.
Yes, I saw that group then, and I said Morgan has to be.
You
part of
got to be
this."
part of it.
Yeah.
And now he is one of the pillars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
of the what?
Pillars.
Pillars.
But you're holding up
Um,
the walls.
You're holding up the
Oh.
walls, man. Yeah. So this is an amazing, course of taking your child to the next level and bringing them to something that they could develop, like the music, like he's singing, and I think just to see him. I don't. He's in the room. I don't want to just say see him. When I see you, singing in front of everybody, you're so happy.
Yes.
You have a big smile and everything. So that means you love singing, right?
Yes, I do.
You do, eh? So when I say you love singing, and how much do you love it? I mean, do you love it to the point where, even when you're not in the choir, do you hear, do you listen to music? Do you sing at home? Or do you yell at your parents?
I don't. I never
Caught
yell
him off
at my
guard.
parents.
I know you never yell at your parents. How can you yell at these beautiful people that take care of you?
Yeah.
Right?
We'll give you an example of something that just
Yeah.
like happens impromptu. A few weeks ago, um, at his day center, they were waiting for the buses to come and pick them up, the
Right.
adapted transport, and somebody put on one of the screens, I think it was one of the Frozen songs.
Yes, let it go.
Let it go.
That's why I sang "Let It Go." He like smiled. Okay.
So he just looked at it, and remember, everything is by memorization.
Right.
It was, I don't think it was even a karaoke version, and even if it was, he couldn't read it.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Unbelievable. You know what? I found that very interesting because we have also Dimitri, who was just here not too long ago, and then you have Joshua, both impaired, visually impaired. Sorry. When you think about the passion and the intensity of listening to a song and really getting it by heart.
Yeah.
And when they sing, what I mean, knowing the song by heart, it doesn't mean just the lyrics. It also means the intonation,
Yes.
Tempo,
the stops,
everything.
the tempo, everything is spot on.
Yes.
And it's a hard thing to do, right? Morgan, tell me a little bit about how it feels to come to the choir every Tuesday.
It feels awesome to go to the seal choir.
It feels awesome, eh?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. I know that when you come in, everybody stops and everybody says, "Hey, Morgan." It reminds me of Cheers when you come into the
Everybody,
to the
bar.
bar. Everybody
Everybody
knows
knows
your
your
name,
name.
right? Everybody
Exactly.
knows your name, and it feels nice, no, to do that.
Yes, it does.
I love that. That's a beautiful thing. You are also not only parents but also volunteers. You volunteer a lot of your time here at the choir. Like let's say when we do go to concerts or whatever it is, you're there and you're there helping us, getting everybody dressed up, everybody going up on the right time, everybody coming down from the stage. What has this experience brought you on a personal
Yeah.
basis?
Well, what I find is, first of all, we're eternally grateful for the fact that the Shira Choir actually exists.
Right.
And to see that there's an organization that treats all different special needs
Right.
individuals, neurodivergent,
Right.
and whatever their ability is, that's different.
Anywhere on the
It's
spectrum.
yeah, anywhere on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see that there are people in society who are accepting of that.
Right.
And it gives us pleasure to be at the event to be able to help all of them. Morgan does need some physical assistance to get onto stage and off of the stage and things like that. But certainly there are other people who need other things. And if we have extra hands to be
Right.
there,
100%. We always
we're
need
happy.
extra hands
We're
anyway.
happy to
since
be
we're
in.
there
Yeah.
most of the time,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
it
And
might
the
as well
people
help.
people know you, right?
Yes.
People, they know
Yeah.
you already. And everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna touch a little nerve if it's okay. What's happening with our society when it comes to people with special needs or special abilities? When we talk about, the minute they reach 21, 25, what's happening? What do they have? I mean, before that, listen, there's a lot of places for them. There's schools, there's respite care and all that kind of stuff. 25,
There's a sort of a service desert between 21 and
wow,
65,
nicely
and
put. Yeah.
we knew about it before Morgan turned 21, and we anticipated and we
Mhm.
talked to people and we tried to get Morgan into things that would give him support, what he needed to be able to get through that. As it happens, there's small steps that happen in various services that work in that time frame, in that age frame, But unfortunately, for the most part, there's a lot of people who just don't get any services in there. And it's because, okay, maybe we beat the drum a little harder, a little louder. This is a case of the squeaky wheel getting the oil. So, but we've been lucky to find them. Some things, you know, yes, we applied and we did all the paperwork and did everything that's there, but we were lucky to be in the right place
Right.
at the right time to do the paperwork.
Yeah, but how many people don't?
It's
It's
more
a-
often
you know,
than not.
because
Most
a lot of
don't.
people are, first of all, you're very outgoing, so you guys know your stuff, and you're big advocates.
right.
So you have to understand there's 90% of people out there, even if they want to be advocates, they don't even know where to start.
Well, we know that, and we've experienced this. There have been several different services or things that we've gotten for Morgan, because we kept our ears to sort of the ground, ears to the
Right,
news,
right.
what's going on, whatever is going on.
Right.
Opportunities to take advantage of a service or get some, like Morgan had an experience where one of the social service agencies was asking the question, what is it that you need to be able to communicate better? And they were saying, oh, maybe an iPad would do that.
Right.
And this is now 10 years ago. Morgan told us what to say. We filled in this form and he wrote up a whole document. We submitted it, and Morgan got an iPad from this. In
This
terms
is
of,
amazing.
and Morgan
Right.
lives off of
No,
that.
he needs it, right?
As his eyes got worse and worse and worse, it became his sort of the
Tool,
extension
right.
of his body.
Wow.
Some people need, if you're blind, you need a white cane. If somebody needs a wheelchair, this needed for his communication ability. It extended the range
Wow.
of what he could possibly do.
So Nelson, what are you trying to say? You're saying that at one point or another, if you need something, you have to just apply, go for it, and get it.
You always have to apply. You don't
So-
always get everything, but you keep
so
applying.
Michael, I don't want to sound like a bad guy, because listen, for me, we started the Rishira Choir because we wanted a voice. We wanted people to have voices. We wanted people to, like Morgan, to be able to come up and, hey, you're my brother, to come up and sing, and to come up and feel good, to come up on stage and have a standing ovation, to have a spotlight on them. That's why we created the Shira Choir. But don't you think that it should be a natural, when the government or anybody or the society or an agency knows about a person who has a disability, and they know what kind of disability they have, instead of waiting for them to apply to get things that they need, why can't we reach out to them and say, we want to meet Morgan, and we want to meet the family, and we want to know and assess your needs.
I don't disagree
Why?
with you.
Why can't? Because
would
you know
be-
what?
it would
You're
be
paying your
lovely.
taxes. I'm
Yes.
paying my taxes, and everybody's paying their taxes.
Yes.
Now, when I pay my taxes, they fill up a pothole, right? But the same pothole caused me 3 burst tires, right? So, where's the equality or in all of this, right?
But I don't see a lot of equality. I see that when organizations exist, there's what I call a fog of services. You don't even know about what you don't even know about. We've talked to providers of services, and we describe to them, because we talk to multiple people, we talk to everybody.
Right.
So the left hand and the right hand don't know what
They
each
don't-
other are doing.
Exactly.
And we've asked for,
So
we
that's a
said,
case.
mentioned to one, oh, by the way, there's this service that we're thinking of applying for, and you get a blank stare from somebody who is a
Right.
professional.
So I'm sorry, it's
in-
not my department.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And they're
it's-
not even
it's not
aware of it. They're
It's
not
not
Right,
even.
aware
It's
of it.
not even
right.
that they're not. That it's not their department. They sometimes blink at you and say, "You mean that exists?"
Oh my God.
Mm.
I just proves the point. Exactly. So, anyways, I'm venting because, and I know that this is not the focus is Morgan. The focus is the choir members. The focus is to how to make them feel great, and how to give them a chance in feeling this way,
That's
which
right.
is like something that people take it for granted.
Yeah.
But when you create something like the choir, And I'm gonna throw this question to all of you. What do you enjoy the most? Singing is guaranteed. I mean, you come in because it's a choir, right? You have to sing. But do you find that there's something else besides the singing component, like singing? Is there anything else you like when you come into the choir?
Well, when I come into the choir, I also like to say hi to my friends.
Touche.
Mhm.
So it's a place where you can meet people and you can meet friends and you can see them and you can talk to them.
Yes.
Right, right. That's a beautiful way of doing that. And how do you feel when you're on stage? When when mom and dad brings you up on stage, and the beauty about this lapse of time when people are waiting, but you take your time in bringing him up. That is the power, right? This is the power of a statement. This is a statement. The statement is, hold on, not everybody can run up the stage. And if he's going up the stage and let it take the time it takes,
Yes.
that's the beauty. So my question to you, Morgan, is that when you're on stage and when you see everybody clapping and so happy, how does it make you feel?
When I go on stage, I feel inspired and happy that the audience are applauding.
Wow. And they appreciate you.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And that they're enjoying
Yeah.
the concert that is being given by
Yeah.
these individuals.
And I think that what I perceive is that the inspiration.
Mm.
I think they're inspired. People are inspired to say, you know what? Wow. You know how many times I get this remark that when I finish, it said, you could have just had your guys up there from the beginning till the end, and that would have been sufficient. We don't need everything around it.
Mhm.
It would have been perfect. I think this podcast is a little bit of a segue of telling people in the community and everywhere that we don't need to be patronized. We don't need to say, yeah, you know what, you're a choir with special needs. You know what, go up and sing a song, sing the national anthem and get out, right? We don't want that.
No.
So you know what, I'm thinking, thank you, first of all, thank you for thinking of us, for even the national anthems. It's a way of us going up there and singing. But don't patronize us. Give us a song, give us a song and then give us and then, and only then, how many people we've turned to start to follow us and start to love us just because of one song. So imagine how many times we have that opportunity, if given that opportunity, right? If they're given this opportunity, we can sing everywhere, even if it's one song, everywhere, different songs, so that we can show how, versatile we are, and we can sing in all different kind of languages and all that, right?
That's right.
Right.
So I know that you love some of the songs that are like Frozen and
A lot of Disney stuff.
A
Aladdin
lot
and
of
Disney
Disney,
stuff, right?
A
yes.
lot of Disney stuff.
So
And
you know what?
It's more than just Disney. It's everything that's, because he spent a lot of time watching videos.
Right.
So, and he's seen these things over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
So there's songs that come out of any of the animated movies. We, usually as a parent, you have a 5 or 6 year window when the kids are watching the
Oh my
animated
God, I
movies.
remember.
I've had a 25-year window of watching animated movies, and Morgan sings.
So
most-
you should know the songs too.
Yes, but I can't sing.
No, well, that's why your son is the choir, not you.
That's it. I've been thrown out of choirs.
You're not thrown out. You're the pillars there. You're some of the pillars here. So, we take a little break and maybe we can ask Morgan if you want to sing something for us.
Actually, yes.
Actually, yes. I was afraid of that. Actually, no. But it's he's drama. He's drama now,
Morgan
eh?
is not anything but he's accommodating.
He's accommodating. Okay. All right, Morgan. But I have a feeling I know which song, but doesn't matter. You can sing whatever you want, even if it's just a snippet of it. It doesn't have to be the whole song, because I know, you know, I got to tell you something right before.
What?
Let me tell you something. So, you know that Joshua, one of the members of the choir, is my nephew.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a good singer too, and he's also visually impaired. Now, when he had his bar mitzvah, because that's what triggered it, because you said bar mitzvah. When he had his bar mitzvah, my brother, his father, said to me, "Can you record for me the Torah portion, or the portion for the bar mitzvah, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna give it to him, and he's gonna learn it by heart." I said 100%. So I started, I did the whole thing, sent it. It was a cassette at that time.
Yes.
So I sent the cassette and I said, "Here you go, start learning on it." I think it was like a week and a half or two after, my brother calls me and he says, "Danny, you're going to find this very funny, but I'm going to ask you to re-record the
music.
whole thing." I said, "Oh, okay, something happened?" He goes, "No, I want you to listen to him, and then you'll understand." So Joshua gets on the phone and he says, "Hi, sweetie, this is going to be the Torah portion you're going to learn." Because I introduced the whole thing,
He does
and then in
everything.
the middle, I said, "Well, you skip that line and you go to the next line." Everything was repeated. So I had to redo the whole thing instead of him snipping it and cutting out. Like, it was like, we were
Right.
old tapes. It wasn't like
Right.
today's recording. So I started to say to myself, what can you imagine? Whatever they hear,
Mhm.
they record.
Yep.
You know?
In Morgan's case, it was a combination of a recording from the Chazan who
Right.
was teaching him, and a tool we had, because I'm to computers, we had something called Trop Trainer.
Right.
And we were using that.
Wow,
too.
that's heavy, because that's, the Trop Trainer is like to teach you the musical notations on
Right.
that. That's not
So
an easy
I was
thing to
using
do.
that to make sure that he'd have the flourishes
Look
and
at that.
some
He
effect.
became a cantor too. All right. Morgan, what song would you like to share with this beautiful community?
Okay. Before I sing,
Oh, introduction.
do I have to wear the headset?
No, it's
No.
okay.
You don't need to wear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna sing Akuna Matata.
What does Hakuna Matata mean?
It means no worries.
Oh, I like that theme. Okay, my brother, you're on.
Akuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Akuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Akuna Matata. Why? When he was a young warthog, when I was a young warthog, he found it,
Savannah would do.
he found the savannah.
No. I'm looking up the words to remind
That's
myself.
okay,
Of it.
that's-
We'll do
hey.
it, Morgan.
No, but wait. Hakuna Matata, man.
Yeah, no.
No
Don't worry.
worries.
Stop
Yeah.
worrying.
Yeah.
I love the theme. Hakuna. You see, you could have been, and you could still be. We make a movie, and you're gonna sing behind the scenes.
Mhm.
So, right? Can you do that?
You'll be able to sing behind the scenes for the characters, okay, Morgan?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
already.
Morgan tends to do, when he's singing it, because he's exposed to most of the songs via the movies.
Right.
He even did this now.
He follows along with
he's
them?
following the movie. So there were two voices in there. One was the character Timon, and the
Right.
other the character was
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I know.
he does that when he does the what's the other one? Can you feel the love tonight? There's
Can
four.
you
There's
feel? Yes.
There's
four.
can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Workin.
There are 4 characters: Timon, Pumbaa, Simba, and Nala.
Right. Right.
So he does all four parts because he's duplicating the sequence
Right.
in
And
the
now
movie.
he's thinking about each part, and
he's
yeah.
playing the movie in his head.
Wow. Wow. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed by you. And I always say that every time you come in. And I want to ask a question to mom and dad. Can you tell me how you feel without any sugarcoating or anything? But when Morgan is on stage and one of you is watching, but not on stage with him,
Mhm.
but one of you is watching, tell me how you feel.
Well, I'm the more emotional one of the pair.
Hey, listen, he might be like stoned like that, but he's got a
So for me, it usually like brings up all of the
wow.
feelings inside me, like welling up and stuff like that. I'm just extremely proud. I often joke, okay, he's not going to win America's Got Talent,
None of
but
us are gonna
he
win America's Got
is
Talent because we have to do it, right?
yeah, he's so enjoying the moment,
And I am.
and
And you are. I know that. I can see that. Personal question. It's you feel free to answer or to get a 50-50 or ask a friend. And the question is very simple. When Morgan came into this world, um, the first feeling of what you were getting into and what was the whole process, what was in your mind? I mean, some people that I speak to question God, but at the same time, the most beautiful thing in the world is when I hear my one of my brothers, Joshua's father, actually, who unfortunately passed away. God bless his soul. Said to me something that I stayed with me the whole time. When I asked him this question, he says, "Thank God for Joshua." And he has other children, but he always said, "You know what? Thank God for Joshua because he's the one that taught me how to love." So I said, when the minute I heard that, I was astounded because, yes, you love, but you see the challenges ahead of you, and you always say, why me, why him, why that situation, etc. So, what's your perspective?
My perspective is that, like I've always said this.
Yeah.
I even said it when I came in here a few minutes ago. We're moving as fast as we can to sometimes stay in the same place. And
Yeah.
given that from the time Morgan was born until the sort of the crisis hit it was literally the time before the bris. We
Wow.
did the 8 days of the bris. It
Right.
was sort of, everything was sort of normal, all of that. And a day or two after the bris, we had the first doctor's appointment, and then the whirlwind hit. So
Wow.
there was the sort of the normal process you have. Okay, he gave birth. Okay, yes, I slipped and fell on the ice on walking up to Dupuy from the Jewish General Hospital and tore both rotator cuffs, but that was a
No
minor
kidding.
problem.
Because of all of that, because of your head
No,
was
no,
somewhere
just
else.
I was at 3 in the morning and it was icy.
Oh, okay.
But once the first 8 days, which were pretty normal, whatever is going on that goes
There
on.
there was nothing to say
Nothing
that there was something wrong.
extremely.
Right.
Well-
there were some things that were minor things,
Yeah.
but we didn't
Right,
know what it
right.
was. But then it was the doctor said, "Time to light a fire under you, and you have to go to the hospital." And from there on, it became like sort of a roller coaster
No,
ride.
because Morgan was born 7 pounds 3 ounces, which is a nice healthy
Which is a
weight.
very healthy.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
And all babies, as we all know, lose a little bit before they leave
Right,
the hospital.
right.
So none of that was out of the
Alarming.
ordinary. Right. But then, he wasn't continuing to eat,
Right.
So that's when the problem started. And we, as a family, had no idea what the problems were. And Morgan actually we lived in the hospital for the first 4 months of his life.
Was he not in an incubator or anything?
No,
But
no, but he
just
was in the hospital
right, right,
because,
right,
yeah,
right,
they had needed to feed him through
right,
tubes and things like
right,
that.
right.
So the first 4 months was really something that we had never
Oh my
experienced with
God.
anybody of our friends or
Oh my
family.
God. Yeah, yeah.
But Morgan, I have to say, even from day one, was always happy, always
Oh, look
smiling.
at this face,
Yeah,
man.
always smiling.
There's always a smile on his face. That's
Well,
He
I mean,
has
amazing.
really taught us, I think, a lot. And when Morgan went through his schooling,
Right.
the teachers he has always, said to us that when he comes to school and he's come off the bus, for
Brightens up.
example, he's like, you can see he's not feeling well, but he comes into the class and he just makes the whole classroom smile.
Said the same thing about the choir, by the way.
Yeah.
I said that many times, and I said it to the volunteers. I always said that when Morgan comes in, there's a certain energy. There's an energy, right? And you have a beautiful energy in you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And humility.
yes, he's very agreeable. He wants to
He's
please.
agreeing. He wants to
He
please.
wants to please.
No, there's definitely this beautiful energy and aura about him, and I want to commend you for this because, a lot of the times it's what you receive,
Mm.
right? When you receive something that makes you feel good, calms you down, makes you trust, makes you feel that you're important, then you exude that energy, right?
He has taught us a lot in
Yeah,
life.
that was one of the things that my
And,
brother said too, right?
yeah,
He taught us,
when you have, and God willing, everybody should have healthy children and,
right,
and go through a normal phase of life and stuff like that. But
right,
when you're given these kind of challenges, it really does put things into perspective, and it also makes you realize that there is more than
a
just
hundred,
regular
a hundred
actions,
percent, 100%.
and you have to adapt.
So exactly, you have to adapt, and at the same time, you have to make the best out of it, and sometimes even better than,
Yeah.
you
I'll give you an example of this. Is like once we knew that there was some sort of difficulties that he was having medically, sort of like the range of expectations does narrow down. So I gave up on the Nobel Prize pretty early on, and the Olympic medal, pretty went away. But
Yeah.
but that goes away for
the
most people
100,
pretty
even the
quickly.
100 meters.
Even the 100 meters, it's like that. Just we knew that wasn't going anywhere. But there is a sort of a bit of a loss that you're feeling in terms of the thing
Right.
saying, well, wait a second here. Yeah, forget about the Nobel Prize. That's 100 people in the entire
Yeah.
world have that.
Right.
That's not
Right.
that's. But you could feel that there was a certain amount of pressure of what was narrowing down. So we were always looking for opportunities where he could succeed in some way, shape, or form to be able to
Creating opportunities.
to be able to do
Right.
what, well, we knew that he couldn't do some things, but let's find out what he can do.
Wow.
And so Morgan is very artistic. He draws a lot. I mean, this
I
is
saw some of his stuff.
so then we get him. We for many years he had a just like we had the voice coach for the music, we had a drawing coach, and now he still has another one that's with him, and he draws stuff, and it's up on the walls in his room.
Beautiful.
And he even a number of years ago submitted one of the works that he did in artwork. He did one year. He did a sort of a collage
Yeah.
thing
Mixed
that looked
media.
mixed media
Yeah.
kind of thing, where it was on paper, and it won a prize in a
Amazing.
contest for people who have the same condition as him, familial dysautonomia. And then the next year we had pulled out. He had been doing this sort of on his own, where he started writing a story, and by the time I started seeing it, he was already a page or two into this thing.
Wow.
We'll call this a short story, a micro story. It wasn't very long, but he was already well into this thing in terms of this story. And by the time I see it, I said, okay, let's keep going. Let's add another one.
Right.
Add another
So
one.
you
I
ins-
got,
you
I got him set up on the computer, and he was typing it in, and it just kept on going. And then
Beautiful.
maybe 5 years after he had written it, we took the storyline, and with one of his art coaches, they did a video,
Oh,
and he submitted that. And
I'd like to see that video.
and that
Or I'd like to even bring it here at the podcast and
No.
put it on this segment and just
and
show it.
He used where he got his inspiration from was literally from that same source. All of the
Right.
visual elements and stories that he's had. So he's taken from like a dozen different stories, characters from them, and sort of melded them together. So he has a creative side to him. He has a writing side to him.
I think it's amazing.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad we are able to get together like this because I can find out a little bit more about you instead of just seeing you at concerts and rehearsals. Now I know a little bit more about you, your creative side. So, we can go on for hours
Yeah.
because there's so much to say and so much to do. But I think we all understand that we're here because every human being and every individual has a gift that they offer this world. And Morgan's gift to this world is this beautiful energy that,
you.
people sometimes have a hard time to find. And you have to keep that energy burning all the time, my brother. Right?
Right.
You have to say, right, my brother.
Right, my brother.
Right, my brother.
Love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
And continue following our stories. We're gonna make history.
Yep.
This choir is gonna make history.
Yep.
The art therapy, the music therapy, the social programs, the concerts,
Yep.
and we want to make sure that we want to see your videos on this screen right here. Okay, and who knows? Maybe a producer will pick it up.
Canterbury.
Yes, my brother.
Who's that a picture of?
Behind you?
Well, there's a picture of
turn
very
around,
handsome couple.
turn around, Morgan. Maybe you'll see it closer because he
A
needs to
very-
see things
yeah,
very
yeah,
close
yeah.
up.
Who's that?
Wait, is that me and my parents?
That's right. Yes.
This is you and your parents, my brother.
And is that me with holding a guitar?
That's
Yes,
right.
it is.
Yeah. This was taken at one of the sessions at
He
Cantor
has a
Ben
beautiful
Lolo's.
smile now. Look at that. Well, I'm happy to see that. You're all over the place, eh, man?
Yeah.
Can we just say, as a family, we really appreciate everything that you have
God
put
bless you.
together for the Shira Choir and all of the activities.
Beautiful.
You are doing amazing
Thank you.
work, and I have to give credit to
Oh,
Muriel
Muriel is like the backbone. I'm in the forefront. She sends me in the front lines, but she's like,
really well organized and keeps
very-
everything on track. And we
very,
love
very.
you both. And
Thank you so much. And it means
thank
the
you
world
so
to
much.
us to have all of you, your family, as part of this choir.
Thank you.
We love you guys. Take care, everyone. We'll see you at the next one.
I wake up with the sun on my face. No need to run, no need to chase. This world spins fast, but I stay in place. Just as I am, I'm enough today. Dancing through life in my own sweet way. Just as I am, it's my time to shine. One step at a time, this joy is mine.